I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Tingyun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Tingyun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Tingyun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Tingyun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madam Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd returned. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Tingyun's things. Madam Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Ami Cassider's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yenming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yenming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Tingyun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Tingyun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yenming got? We should take a look.
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Tingyun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me. Could it? Alright, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here. Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
I've never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do here.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today? Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels, one that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today?
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission out to other worlds.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. Well, hold on a sec. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Do you know how to fix a star? The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda.
Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Xianzhou? Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
It's famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
Spices Supreme! Check out that sign! Here it is!
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Ting Yun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I'd bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right? This is real, right? The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? I wish I could take this knife and cut it to ribbons. Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control and understanding of a cook like me. Thank you, all of you. Let me prepare a dish for you as a gift for Miss Tingyun. It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. I can't believe that she'll never taste it again. Please, you'll have to eat her share too.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yen Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
What brings you here? This bow. Did Tingyun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Tingyun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Tingyun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Tingyun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Tingyun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yanming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Tingyun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Tingyun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you. This is a gift from Miss Yensui on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Tingyun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
It's getting late. Where to now?
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Law Fu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
Two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Would you like me to relay your message?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Dan Heng.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Dongfeng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? I've got goldfish memory. We haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone we met so far on this trip.
Fine, fine. Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own. You're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Penacony. Do you remember? Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingyuan. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Time to head to the next stop. Let's meet up with everyone in the parlor car.
Pom-Pom's not here yet?
Pom-Pom knows how to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Ahem! Apologies for the delay, dear passengers. Something important came up, so I, the conductor, had to spend some time preparing.
Yeah, what was so important?
I thought everyone knew. Our next destination is the planet of festivities, Penacony! I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous Stellar Hotel, but before we set off, I should remind everyone of 3 things. First, Penacony is located in Asdana, a star system brimming with Memoria, which has historically been one of the macro voids that leaked out from the memory zone. Even after eons, the Memoria concentration up ahead is above normal levels. Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so if you exhibit any signs of dizziness, hallucination, distorted memories, or any other symptoms, you should take them seriously. Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation to other factions. Please remember that the Express has been invited as a guest, and that we must adhere to any and all regulations.
Got it. When in Rome, as they say. Don't worry, conductor. We definitely won't embarrass the nameless.
Rome? Anyway, third and final. Rather than being a request, Pom-Pom has a favor to ask of everyone. If you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help inquire about a few of the nameless.
Allow me to explain. Just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, it was an IPC frontier prison, and it was the Trailblaze that connected it to thousands of stars. During that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Don't worry, just think of it as returning to your hometown. Following the Express's departure, the Stellarons cut off contact to myriad worlds, and Penacony's ownership switched hands several times. Why did these nameless choose to stay here? How did the course of their subsequent lives unfold? And what legacies did they leave behind? Retracing our predecessors' footsteps. That is in itself an adventure, wouldn't you agree? Even if they left the stars behind them, their trailblaze would not be over. That's also what the conductor thinks, isn't it? According to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan, Legwork, and Rosalina, the Express's guard, mechanic, and surveyor, respectively. No supplementary details are available.
Just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like they're real names either. This'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, perhaps we might even stumble upon their descendants. Or, against the slimmest of chances, the very individuals themselves. We'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point. There's a bit of time left before we jump. In the meantime, it might be a good idea to double-check your bags.
I'll broadcast an announcement before we jump!
There's still some time before the jump. I should talk to everyone.
I spoke to Mr. Yang. I'll be staying on the express this time. I wish you all a delightful time in Penacony. Thank you. I appreciate the invitation, but I don't like bustling places. And someone has to handle the work on the express. Pay no mind to the matters concerning the Xianzhou. Penacony isn't the final stop on our trip. We have plenty of time. Once everything is packed up, I will naturally catch up with all of you. I'd advise double-checking your bags. Word is that the family's customs procedure can be quite demanding. Better to sort it out now than face issues at your hotel check-in.
Camera, check. Extra clothes, check. Toiletries. Aw, drat! The travel bottles I ordered haven't arrived. Although, I hear that Penacony's resort hotel is pretty luxurious. I'm guessing their toiletries should be just as fancy. That means I can make more room in my suitcase. What else should I bring? My pom-pom toy? Not a bad idea! That's kinda like bringing the conductor on vacay with me. But I think it's too big to stuff in the case. Aw, this is hard. What else should I take?
There's still some time before the jump. What the... Is this a letter?
You're the picture of calm, as always. Meanwhile, March 7th's buzzing around like a kid on a sugar rush. I trust Penacony won't let you all down. But regarding the family's invitation, I do have some details that I wish to discuss with everyone, just not now. Let's enjoy our vacation for now.
How's it going? All packed and ready? There probably won't be any surprises happening on family territory, which is a bit of a shame if you ask me. But hey, it's rare that we can take a break and let loose. Let's enjoy it. Well, adventures are exhilarating, but rest and recuperation is equally important. Rest and recuperation aside, don't forget Pom-Pom's request. The conductor has done plenty for us, and it's time to return that favor.
It's about time. I should find a seat.
Ahem! Hi! Hello! Attention all passengers! The express is about to make the jump! The express is about to make the jump! Please be seated and hold on! The train is about to make the jump.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Not another one. Come with me. These questions have no meaning, but I will answer you as best as I can. This is the border between reality and the memory zone, a dreamscape. Right this moment, you and I have coincidentally shared the same dreamscape and appeared in each other's minds. This is the Land of Dreams' inaugural welcome for us. Worry not, for very quickly you will awaken from this dream, forget everything that has transpired with naught but a faint lingering of loss. Pay no mind, for this forgetfulness happens with each new dawn. It is an occurrence that we have become accustomed to for so long. So, come with me. I'll take you home. Left, to the end of the corridor. I will wait there for you. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever you want. Open this door. Take a look at the mesmerizing dreamscape while you can still remember.
This is... no way.
This way. After you.
Am I supposed to... How is this even... possible?
Why not?
She can hear the thoughts in my head?
Why not? We're almost there. Can you still walk? You're funny. If you can crack jokes, you're probably fine. Don't stop, don't turn back, don't look down. Or up, for that matter. These voices... they are just shadows of the dreamscape. Pay no heed to them.
Welcome to the Reverie! May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge.
Leave this realm, and rise as you would on any other day. Forget this fortuitous encounter and return whence you came. But before you do, I would make a request of you. You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude, but I wish to know. Have we met somewhere before? You evoke memories of an old friend. In the haze of my recollections, he crossed blades with me. Much like this surreal dreamscape where we stood close, yet forever out of reach. May I ask you a few more questions? I tend to forget things, which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. The answer is inconsequential. Your spontaneous reaction is what matters. For instance, when you awaken in your room, your lips speak several names. Are they your companions? Family? Enemies? You seem to have forged unbreakable bonds with many people and many incidents. Might I ask if you fear losing these bonds? Then, if there was a vast dreamscape, so lifelike it's indistinguishable from reality. There, no one faces life's separations or deaths. Everyone attains their deserved happiness and lives joyfully ever after. I would ask, would you wish to stay? Now, imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone and every face they remember, the joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging, all will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey's finale right from its inception, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? I know this is hard. You don't have to be hard-pressed to make a decision. As I have said, the answer is inconsequential. Hearing, touch, thought. Through these you gain emotions. Cherish them. With emotions, we make choices. And so we return to the original question. I would ask, do you still remember me? I understand. How interesting. For a split second, it felt like countless versions of you, alike yet distinct, gave entirely different responses. That was my final question. Thank you. We all have our paths to walk, so we shall bid our farewells. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long night, I'm afraid you will face many tribulations and witness many tragedies. And finally, your sight will only see black and white. But please believe me that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once more. What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
What's wrong? Why are you crying all of a sudden? Sounds like you had a nightmare. We just arrived in Astana and already... you should be careful. It seems your tolerance to Memoria isn't the strongest. Don't fret. Dreams are often the reverse of reality. While you were sleeping, the Express arrived at Penacony. Can you imagine? Yesterday's grim
frontier prison is today's lavish hotel. I wish I could wander Penacony's streets today, but I'm pretty train-tied at the moment. You'll have to be my eyes and ears while we're here. Gear up and make sure you've got everything. And before you step out, swing by the back and grab March. She's waiting for you there.
Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
You're up? How's your prep going? Welt and Himeko beat us to the punch, but I stuck around for you. Let's get going. Shall we go meet up with them now? Penacony, the planet of festivities, the universe's biggest and fanciest amusement park awaits! We're here at last! Oh, the family sure doesn't play around with their entry protocols. Our bags probably know what it feels like to be a celebrity now with all that attention. I wouldn't have put it past them to try and nab that Stellaron from inside you. Aside from that, I have to say the family has been really accommodating. Well, the hassle was worth it. Just look at this grand hotel lobby. And those endless rows. They're all rooms, right? Just think of the number of guests staying here. Where are our rooms? Come on, Mr. Yang and the rest must be at the front desk. Let's hurry up and meet them there.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge. I'm Misha, a bellboy working here on Penacony. Pleased to be at your service. If you need help with your baggage...
Over here. Something's not right.
Should you need assistance with moving luggage to your room, feel free to contact me. Please, go ahead. Don't keep your friend waiting.
Hey, what's the big gathering at the concierge about? We've just arrived and there's already drama?
I'm sorry, but your name really isn't in the system.
But in the information I received from the Astral Express, it states that we already reserved rooms. Please, check again for me.
Yes, ma'am. Please give me a moment. The Astral Express, 4 platinum guest rooms, whose names include Mr. Welt Yang, Miss Himiko, Miss March 7th, and Mr. Don Hung. These are the only 4 names on the reservation list.
Yes. Your name isn't on the hotel's reservation list. I understand. No wonder our friend's name here is missing. When we responded to the family's invitation, he hadn't even arrived on the express. Something came up in Don Hung's schedule, and he couldn't make it. I have an idea. Could you reassign his room? It's still the same number of people.
He's a new passenger aboard our Astral Express. We can vouch for his status.
Even if that is so, I'm afraid... No, I'm not doubting your status. It's just...
Well, it's just that right now, we're on the eve of the Charmony Festival. Penacony's most important moment of every era. And with the family's invite, all guests from all over the cosmos have thronged this place. Hotel security is on high alert with zero room for error. And with such a last-minute change, it really isn't something that this young lady's words can resolve on a whim. My esteemed guests from the Astral Express, please do not make it harder for her.
We're sorry for all the trouble our check-in seems to have caused. Might I ask for your name?
I am the humble aventurine of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department, a non-performing asset liquidation specialist and subordinate to Supervisor Diamond. I was cordially invited by the watchmaker. I also happen to be a traveler that's had to stand behind you for quite a while.
Leave it to me. I've heard that the IPC has also received Penacony's invitation, so forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you must be the representative. The IPC's elite certainly does have an extraordinary air about them. I suppose such an exceptional figure such as yourself wouldn't mind paving a convenience for us?
I must be hearing things. Paving a convenience? Shouldn't I be saying this to you instead? I've been waiting here for more than 10 minutes. Do you know how many credits 10 minutes is worth to me?
It must be an inordinate number, which is why now, Mr. Aventurine, I have an investment that you absolutely cannot miss out on. The IPC's influence runs deep and wide, and their word wields the utmost authority. We hope to borrow your status to vouch for him. As such, you won't just be sparing much of your invaluable time, but also forging new friendships.
Well, this is interesting. And how will my new friends benefit me?
Now this is a topic very much worth getting into. Just as we are guests of the Watchmaker, why don't we make ourselves comfortable in Penacony before getting to know each other more elaborately?
Sounds good. But, Miss Navigator, I must point out that if I do something about it now, the time saved is from my own effort, not a favor from you all. But what you said in the second half, I loved it. Friends, yes, nothing is more precious than friends. Especially a righteous trailblazer like a Nameless. Going forward on this Penacony trip, I'll be counting on all my trailblazer friends here. Looking forward to a delightful time with you all.
I'm glad you've put it this way. So about the vouching...
There you go, miss. Please allow him to check in on my account. I have an appointment with the family's Mr. Sunday. I will ask him to handle this matter later. Don't worry, I won't cause you any trouble.
But...
Ali, just a moment. The family cannot allow guests to enter a dream while bearing burdens.
Oh, speak of the devil, look who's here. It's Sunday, the most handsome man in Penacony. Along with a singer renowned across the universe, Robin.
He said you were the most dashing person in Penacony. How interesting.
I've kept you waiting, Mr. Aventurine. This way, please. Let us speak in private.
Astral Express guests, please come this way and rest your feet.
Wait, what? You're...
Hello, friend. How have you been? I sincerely hope you don't mind. My apologies for any perceived slight. To show my sincerity, I offer you 10,000 credits as a gesture of goodwill. What are friends without friction? Now, we're truly acquainted. Please excuse me, I have some matters to attend to, so I must depart, but I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but are you the singer, Epsilon Superstar? If I can stop one heart from breaking, that's your song, isn't it?
I never thought a cutie like yourself would be a fan of mine.
Oh, it really is, Robin. To run into her in person here.
It is an honor to meet everyone.
Are you also a member of the family on Penacony like him?
Truth be told, I am a guest like everyone. Penacony is my hometown, but I left when I was older. I was graciously invited this time to return and sing a song at the Charmony Festival. The person you speak of is Sunday, my senior, and one of the local leaders at Penacony. He is also the organizer of this era's Charmony Festival. He heard you all ran into some difficulties, and sent me here to provide aid. Alas, I arrived a little later than usual. I sincerely apologize for any unpleasantness during your stay.
Please, be at ease. I have instructed Miss Allie to resolve the system error as soon as possible. I have also upgraded your rooms as token compensation. Please wait a moment for the hotel to arrange for suitable accommodation. Mr. Aventurine has an appointment with the Oak family and has checked in prior. On his behalf, I extend his apologies to everyone of the Astral Express and wish for an amicable partnership moving forward.
Thank you for stepping in to resolve this matter. But are you sure about the rooms? I wouldn't want your other guests to feel we were being given preferential treatment.
Please, rest assured that the family will personally undertake communications to handle this. It is only right that we, as the actual administrators, relieve you of any problems during your visit in Penacony. I apologize for taking up everyone's precious time, and we shan't keep you any longer. If you need anything else while in Penacony, the family stands ready to serve.
May your dreams be beautiful and pleasant.
It's just one surprise after another. But since that Mr... which day was he? Sunday. Since Mr. Sunday's vouched for us, I guess we can finally check in normally? You and me both. I can't wait to get inside and just flop and roll on that comfy bed.
You'll have to wait for us to finish checking in first. Okay, there's no queue in the lobby now. Let's go find Miss Allie.
Esteemed guests of the Astral Express, your check-in procedure is complete. Please forgive us for any previous inconvenience caused. This is your Dreamscape Pass. It serves as your hotel room key, as well as a directory of all the amenities and information you require at the Reverie. It even provides smart assistants. At the same time, it is also Penacony's special, one-of-a-kind souvenir that belongs only to you. You can use the Dreamscape Pass's provided clock-in feature to record every moment of your wonderful dream, save your favorite happy bits, and create a Dreamscape scrapbook that is uniquely yours. Regarding the method of usage, the Dreamscape Pass will guide you through the process. I wish you all pleasant dreams in Penacony. You may take the elevator over there to reach your guest rooms.
All right, let's move out. Dream world! I heard that Penacony transformed the dreamscape into a majestic metropolis. What exactly would that look like? Oh, I can't wait!
Our rooms are down this way.
This is a long hallway. Is it just me, or is this hotel too big for its own good?